So as I said, today starting a new unit, Unit 2, we're going to go over 2.01, which is just an introduction of North America, and then 2.02, which is where is North America. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this a little bit to you guys to be able to just read over the objectives. As you can see, there's a lot of objectives that we go over in this unit. And some of them I will touch very smallly on, some I'll go into more depth, but all of it's there in your material, so you need to read your material before you take those quizzes. Okay, let's start off with a poll question real quick. I'm going to move where my camera is so you guys can see or my face. Okay, what are the three main countries in North America? Okay, would it be A, Ireland, England, Scotland, B, China, India, Russia, C, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, D, Canada, United States, Mexico. So I'll give you a second to think about this. And hopefully you know this because you are living in the United States right now, which is part of North America. And so the answer is D. Canada, the United States, and Mexico make up what we know as North America. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about those three countries up there. Okay, starting at the bottom of the south, which you can see my cursor on, is Mexico. I'm just going to read a little bit about Mexico. Mexico has over 109 million people, led by a chief of state, democratically elected in an election. Over 75% of the country practices Catholicism. Okay, which is a brand of Christianity. And the citizens have estimated a gross domestic profit, that means how much they make per year, or total market value of goods and services produced, of $14,000 per year. Okay, the GDP of Mexico is substantially lower than both the United States and Canada. Okay, and you think about that and you wonder why people from Mexico and then Central America, what we're talking about, want to get into the United States and Canada. Think of that when you think of only $14,000 per person. Okay, talking about the United States, we have about 303 million people that live. Our average GDP, so how much a person makes per year, is around 44,000. The United States have a democratically elected president and vice president leading the country. There is what we call a separation of church and state. There are no predominant religions in the United States, although Christianity is about 70%. Non-Christians are about 6%, and other denominations make up about 16%, or they're not practicing a particular religion. In Canada, Canada and the United States are very economically and technologically similar. Their GDP is around $40,000 per year compared to the United States, and only has a population of 33 million people. So there's not as many people that are in Canada as there are in the United States. Canada has a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary democracy. So basically, they were a colony of the United Kingdom, and so you'll see on their money and stuff they still have the Queen of England. However, they are a democratic society and they don't have any ties to England anymore. But they still hold the Queen in very high regards, but she doesn't have any political power whatsoever. Okay, let's go to this next poll question real quick. Okay, what are the two main political parties in the United States? Is it A, Conservative Republican, B, Democrat Republican, C, Liberal Conservative, or D, Liberal Democrat? Give you a second to think about that. And the correct answer is Oh, I don't even have the correct answer. Oh wait, I did. Sorry. The correct answer is B. I didn't put it on there. I apologize. So Democrat and Republican are the two major parties. Ideologically, usually most Republicans are more what they call conservative, and Democrats are more what we call liberal. And so that's more of an ideology, not a political party. One of the things about the United States is political division. Another way to divide a nation. So basically, if you kind of look right here on this map of the United States, you will see that more of the areas that have a higher population are more of a Democrat or Democratic state, and those that are more red are more of a are what we would call the Republicans, and they are more conservative, and they're more rural areas. So if you see Utah does not have a very high population, and we seem to go more on the Republican side of things, while other states that are more populated seem to more on the Democratic vote more Democrat. And so it's kind of almost a battle when we're battling of the rural area versus the city, sometimes when you think about it. And there's other things that go by that too. But that is, as we go through here, this was very short today. There was just a very brief introduction. When we do the live lesson, we're going to break a lot more into going through the different countries and doing some research and that kind of stuff. But make sure you go and do your exit ticket. Another place that you can find your exit ticket, remember, is on that Google folder. So if you come right here, click on the Google folder, open a new tab, come up here, you would go to lesson 4 and you click on here, and then you can just copy and paste this in the browser, and it will have you answer a couple questions for extra credit. So as always, I am available. Please email or text, call me, whatever you need if you need help, and we'll see you this coming Wednesday. Thank you.